Warning: the following video is for mature adults only. It is not for the highly sensitive, children, socially awkward, immature weirdos. If for some reason you do not like what is being said and shown, go watch a cat video. Okay? This channel is not for you. You don't like what is being said, you don't like what I'm saying, you don't like anything that's being shown, go watch something else. Don't waste your time here. If you comment, I'm going to delete it. Thank you. Finally, I get to talk about this. What is going on, you guys? It is truly Master Sakurai, and it's been a month since I was supposed to do this. I want to say I apologize. A lot of stuff has been happening. Life's happened. I have a whole bunch of other ideas in my head that I want to just put on paper and just record and all that. Problem is, because I'm an adult, I don't have time to do all that stuff. So please forgive me for taking this long to do the shit. I apologize. But we're here. We're here. Procrastination is a motherfucker. We're here. Let's talk about this show, Flint the Time Detective. Now, keep in mind, after I did the last TV show video that I was talking about, I forget which one of them it was. One of the people that in my comment section had said, "Oh, well, since you're doing all these, why not talk about Flint the Time Detective?" That was actually a great show. I was like, Flint the Time Detective. And then I started to think about it, and I looked it up and I was like, oh, that show. Look, keep in mind, I say back all the time that I was the kid that I was the person that mainly watched cartoon shows that was like this, that had like the animation and all this other stuff that was originated from Japan. I was that kid. Problem is, I can't really remember all of them off the bat. So when somebody tells me a name and I look it up, the image helps more than the name at times, because I can remember some names but not all the way. But yes, this was Flint the Time Detective. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I think this was on Fox Kids, and from what I remember, this came around like the time period of like 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock p.m. after like all the other shows that I mainly wanted to watch on Fox Kids were done. This show came on, and I just loved it. I did. And I think this show kind of came on the weekends on Fox Kids, when they had the weekend shows. This was when, look, people, this was when people's childhoods was at its peak. Now, a lot of people a lot of people, rumors going around that they might do this again, where they have like the kids Saturday mornings to pop up again. Trouble is, it's too late in the game for that. Because now everybody's on their tablet, everybody's on their cell phone, on their computer looking at stuff. So that's kind of a day too late for that. But hey, you can't blame them for trying. They're trying to pertain to the market. But yes, this show, I want to say, I had to rewatch it again, and I definitely did watch this show. Episode 1, I don't really remember all the way, but I do remember Flint. I remember how strong he was. I remember his freaking dad got transformed into a hammer, a stone hammer, because he couldn't get like unfossilized all the way, which didn't make any sense. Because if you can unfossilize the kid, why not unfossilize the dad? They made up some ridiculous shit. But the whole story, the whole show goes around Flint and these two little kids that I don't remember their names all the way. They're not really that specifically important. I just remember the important shit. They go around and they collect these little mini monster babies called the Time Shifters. And each of them have a significant theme, a significant power trait to them that makes them helpful in the long run. Trouble is, they're always being interrupted by the time thieves, who are trying to get the time shifters for themselves to do bad things. Half the time they'll take it over and they'll turn it into a big giant monster. That was the main reason why I like it, because whenever, it always is a thing with me, and I keep realizing it. The shows that I like have things to do with kaiju monsters or monsters from going good to bad, like turning evil, big giant monstrous creatures, and I'm just like, so that's what I like. That's what I like. It's monster, robot, organic monsters, giant kaiju, giant robots, monsters you can capture, monsters you can tame, train, all that stuff. Card monsters, all that kind of stuff. And yes, Beyblade also counts along with all of that. Yes. But yeah, off topic. Yeah, they're going around and just going through the different time periods where the time shifters just happen to be. The time shifters just happen to be right there, and so they go around and they try to convince them to come with them so they can all have them together for a specific reason. I didn't watch it all the way through because I just wanted to remember the gist of the show. Honestly, yeah, I do remember watching the show. I do remember it. This is a fun show. It's something that, honestly, if I had a kid, I would definitely have them watch this. I would have them watch a lot of the old shows that came around. I wouldn't be that type of parent that like has them watch the new stuff, because the new stuff sounds boring. Other than like, what happened with Adventure Time and Steven Universe, I would have to watch that. Those are fun shows. Everything else, nah, you can just nah. But yeah, I like Flint. I like how he's always energetic. I like how in like the first episode, you couldn't understand what he was saying, but he obviously didn't like the fact that the time thieves wanted the time shifter that was with them. So he formed a rock out of the ground. He lifted a rock out of the ground and just threw it at their ship, and I was laughing to hell and back. Then there was this one episode where like he gets so mad that they took his friend, one of the time shifters. So he goes on this, I think it was this Hawaiian tree or whatever kind of tree it was, and he winds it back so far and he just goes up. You can see how strong this little kid is. He's that freaking strong, and he goes up to the ship, lands on it, and just bonks the shit out of it with his father. Like that's just the funniest thing. Oh yeah, and the father has a hammer. He has these powers where he can just go giant, and it can just go bigger and bigger, and that doesn't stop Flint, because Flint can take it because he's super strong. So he's got caveman strength. So just bam. Shoot, I like the episode where they went back in time to like old Baltimore, where like Babe Ruth was born at. Like, I forgot that Babe Ruth was even born in Baltimore. That was a nice little episode because it was talking about him with baseball and a time shifter and all that, and then playing baseball with Petrofina, one of the time thieves. By the way, Petrofina, she was like this show reminds me of like the same comedy that Samurai Pizza Cats have, and we're gonna get to that show in a minute because God, I love that show. But yes, this show honestly is a 9 out of 10. Specifically because I don't really remember the ending. I know that it was a happy one. It was a very like tear-jerking ending. But yeah, so far I love this show. All I know is that they get all the time ships in the end, and something happens and whatnot. But yes, them making Flint a time detective was really something. Like the explanation that the head chief of like the time police had said that, like, because he's such a curious, good heart young boy, why not make him a time detective? I said, what? Like, okay. I mean, it's Japan. So I have no complaints. All right. Who am I to judge them? Do you? Do you? Shit. Fuck it at this point. You know? Because at this point, Japan shows are doing way better than American shows. And that's facts. That is 100% facts. But with that being said, post your comments down below whether or not you even remember the show or you even heard of the show. And if so, would you give it a chance? It's free on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube. Flint the Time Detective. Just look it up. The whole series is on YouTube. I swear to God. That's how I picked up with the show that fast. And remembered it that fast. It's on YouTube. I'm not even joking with y'all. That and Yu-Gi-Oh, which I'm probably going to watch again because I love the old school Yu-Gi-Oh. That being said, this has been Master of Sakurai, and I will most definitely see y'all again next time. I'm out of here. Peace.